All right, guys, pictures up.
Pictures up.
Pictures up.
Let's roll sound.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Sound speeds.
Camera speeds. 2. Awesome. Take 2. Mark.
Ready?
Set. And action.
Welcome to the Penn Cinema Podcast, your behind-the-curtain connection for movie news and reviews. Now here are your hosts, Penn Ketchum and David Moulton.
Welcome to the show. I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. What's up?
My dude.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Big week, but even bigger week next week.
Big week this week.
Yeah.
Bigger week
Next week.
next week.
You know why? I bet you can't even guess.
I'm trying to think of something witty.
Well, you sure got me.
I would bet my life that I could come up with something.
Eventually.
Right.
Yeah.
Get it?
Oh.
Yeah, I bet my live show that I could come up with something.
You did it.
I did.
You did it.
I had a puzzle. I didn't finish putting it together.
Yeah.
But I built a large wooden crate to finish it in.
Yeah.
So as I finish it, I will complete it in a box.
That's not a stretch at all.
No,
Because
totally makes sense.
Next week, we're going to be live. That's next week,
Wow.
the 19th
my
of
God.
July. We're going to be live at Complete and Box live at high noon.
I was going to say, what, like quarter of 12?
No.
12:10?
No.
12:30?
No. Dude.
Low noon?
No. This is going to be the high, this is
high
gonna be
noon.
high noon.
I never thought about that before. I like, what other kind of noon is there?
Right. Mid-noon?
Right. We're going to be at high noon at Complete and Box up on 272 in Ephrata. And this is what, our third go around or third
Yeah.
or fourth? Third time. And
it's
our
the
boy Spencer is going to host us.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can get him to come on the show.
Oh, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. He's usually pretty
He
good.
is slammed.
He's a gamer. Well, right. No, he's crazy slammed that day because it's not just like,
Yeah.
oh, we're going to have Penn and David here. We're doing the live show inside the building. Outside, he's got the party of a lifetime.
Yeah. I think I looked at the schedule. If you're there for the live show and for some reason you get bored, which I have no idea why
What?
you would, if you just step outside the door, there's an EDM concert going on at the same time. So you can get your electronic dance music on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if we bust out some EDM? Yeah. Wiki, wiki, wiki. Remember? Wiki, wiki, wiki.
And we can just try and have a battle with them.
I think that would make perfect sense. So so hopefully we'll get Spencer on.
Yeah.
And we always have a good time. We always give away a couple prizes. Maybe
So
I'll bring
fun.
some movie passes to give away. And what are we going to talk about on the show? We got a couple big ones, right?
Yeah. Spencer's going to be telling us, I think it's his favorite video games from videos.
Movies.
Games from movies.
Wait, games from movies from games.
No. Games based off
shit.
of movies.
Like a Caddyshack video game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, because there's plenty of, because he's much more of a video game guy than he is a movie guy.
Yeah.
So that's why I challenged him. I want to know
Gotcha.
games that came from movies. And I think I put the stipulation that they had to not be just direct video games.
Got
Kind of like how the Matrix video game, I think called Enter the Matrix, was a prequel to the movie.
Okay.
Like, so not just a direct adaptation of the movie.
So is Enter the Matrix, would that be on your top 5? Give me an
probably
example.
not.
Give me the most obvious example of a movie based off a video game. Or no, video game that spun off of a movie.
That spun off of a movie. Like, you could go with the Lego games.
There you go.
There's Lego games.
Are there?
Yeah. And most of them are like odd adaptations, but there's plenty of Star Wars games like Star Wars Battlefront,
Right.
or any of those would probably be up pretty high on my list.
Okay, so Spencer's going to take us in the world of video games.
Yeah, he's going to school us a little bit.
I love it.
Yeah.
God knows we need it.
Yeah, that's 100% sure. Yeah. I expect it to be a lot of me understanding and Penn just going,
Yeah, I love that game.
Of course. What is it? Tutankhamun?
Tutankhamun. I still have it right on my shelf somewhere.
Yeah.
Somebody gave it to me. That was like our first season.
Yeah.
Way back in the old days.
You gotta remember the
I
classics.
loved Tutankhamun. I got nothing against video games. I'm just not
not a guy.
I'm not well versed.
Yeah.
But I love me a good video game. I think I've talked on the show. Some of my happiest memories are when we all lived in the Tucci's house. I'm talking about before marriage.
Oof.
Me and Amy, her sister's boyfriend, Grandma Tilly, the parents, Uncle Jesse.
Whoa.
Everybody lived in that house. And when we were sitting around waiting for dinner, me and John Boy would play, and Uncle Jesse would play would play Tecmo Bowl, the football game. Remember the football game?
Yeah.
Just have to move the dots or something a little better than that. But man, those were the days.
You strike me as the kind of guy who would have the same situation, but it would be one of those magnet football things,
Yeah.
that just vibrated.
I had one of those.
And then yep.
Yeah,
And you guys would be throwing down your quarters.
right. I'm a child of the 70s. I was there.
I got you.
Yeah. So what else? I was also into Pac-Man. I was like Pac-Man, Atari.
Oh yeah.
You know,
That's
all
prime.
those things. I didn't have an Atari, but my friend Nick did. So
But you've got Tutankhamun now.
I
so
do have
If
Tutankhamun.
any time you have an Atari, just pop
Right.
it
Next
in.
time one comes across my desk, I'll be
Yeah.
ready. So we're gonna do video games with him. Now you and I are hitting this live show 5 or 6 days before Fantastic Four. What is it? Family Next or something?
Oh, the First Family.
First Family.
Yeah.
The Fantastic Four First Family kicks open. Is it fair to say a new era for the MCU?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's. Is it? I can't remember if Thunderbolts or this is like the beginning of the next phase.
Well, I thought that everybody said Thunderbolts. But then when it a little tiny bit underperformed, people were like, "Oh, Fantastic Four is going to really that's what's going to
That's
kick
the
it
real
off."
one. That's the real one.
Now, anybody who saw Superman this weekend, and there was tons of them, anybody who saw Superman saw the new Fantastic, unless they were late,
Right.
saw the new Fantastic Four trailer.
Yeah.
Are you in that crowd? Did you see?
I saw it.
Yeah. So we're feeling pretty hyped about Fantastic Four opening on the 25th. And so on the 19th, we're going to be doing our live show, and it's going to be a little bit of a Fantastic Four special.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a couple things to celebrate. David and I are going to be reviewing the modern day Fantastic Four franchise, which includes the Fantastic Four from 2005, the Silver Surfer from 2007, and Fantastic Four from 2015.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a whole up and down roller coaster we'll be going over.
When you say up and down, you mean some of them are better than others?
Yeah. Some of them are regarded to be really, really bad.
Which is the worst one, the 07?
No, the 15.
Oh, the 15.
Yeah.
You know when you have kids and you can't remember life before the kids? David and I were talking about Fantastic Four, and we were talking about the one in 2015, and I was like, well, we must have reviewed it.
Yeah.
But that was before the show.
Surprisingly so, before the show.
Shocking to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right. So we're going to review those three.
Yeah.
And David and I are going to be coming to the live show with our own top five
Top five
Marvel movies, period.
Yeah, period. That doesn't, not MCU,
Right.
Marvel movies.
So those of you, David, I should know this after having hung out with you for so many years. What's the difference between Marvel and Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Well, there's not a Marvel Cinematic Universe. There's the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
Yeah.
right? Sorry, MCU. That starts with Iron Man,
Right.
goes up to Fantastic
So
Four.
when I tell somebody Marvel,
Right.
what you just said is what I think of.
Right, and that's one of the problems that they have. Now, it's technically a lot more under the umbrella of Marvel, and we've been going through what they call the multiverse saga, which has slowly incorporated some of those things in, but you also have the Fox movies, which up until now were two different Fantastic Fours, and the X-Men, and Daredevil, and Blade, and the Punisher.
None of which you liked.
No, the X-Men movies are good.
no.
The X-Men, there's some good X-Men movies. Not all of them, but some of them are pretty good.
Would that include Wolverine,
Yes.
the Hugh Jackman stuff?
Right. And Deadpool.
And yeah.
Deadpool 3 is part of the MCU
Right.
because how they're pulling them all in. And a lot of these guys are going to be in the Doomsday and Secret Wars thing because it's all about merging all of the different universes.
Sick.
So you've got the Fox world, which is owned by Disney now. So that's a whole big part. And then you have Spider-Man, which is Sony. So outside of the MCU Spider-Man movies, which are the Tom Holland ones, all of the other ones are part of Sony,
So
or what they call SPUM.
So 4 of your top 5 Marvel movies are going to be Spider-Man. And you're going to save the last Avengers for number 5, right?
I mean,
obviously.
Let's just say. No, we'll see. We'll see. This is going to take a lot more thought than I thought, because if you put the Spider-Man movies in, you've got the Into the Spider-Verse movies, which are insane.
Which I predict that one of those Spider-Verse movies has got to be your number 1, because when I think about movies that David has gushed over, I think of Daddy-O and Spider-Verse.
Right. Yeah. They're pretty much the same movie.
Pretty much the same movie. Right. Yeah. Now, oh my God, David, could you imagine if Dakota Johnson was in the Spider-Verse movies?
She is. No, she is. It's called Madam Web. She's the lead. She's the lead character.
Oh my God, that movie was awful.
That movie.
You're right. You're right. So I forgot because I paid money to go to therapy to forget it.
To forget it. You didn't pay enough.
No, I did not, because I was reminded. Okay, so top 5 Marvel movies. Which we now understand to include the MCU, which is what I think of, but in a much broader sense. So all the Spider-Man movies, all the X-Men movies. Now, just for my own education, are you going to look at this, David, as your 5 favorite movies, or are you going to argue the 5 best movies?
5 favorite.
Favorite, okay.
Yeah. And
I know what my number 1 is.
I'm going to give you a big challenge.
Oh, hit me.
Because first off, they have to be your favorite, and not just because they did well.
Okay, I accept that challenge.
Because I know that's difficult.
That is it's. I mean, that's
it's easier for you now, but
that's like asking a pro quarterback, look, what was your best season?
Yeah.
And don't automatically say the one where you won the Super Bowl.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad you equated it to sports so I can understand.
Right. Oh, David, I wanted to tell you, I was in an elevator this weekend, and this woman gets in the elevator with me, and she's wearing a shirt with like collegiate lettering on it, and it says "Go Sports." Nice. I was like, yes.
Perfect.
I was like, you must be a friend of David's.
Yeah, she probably was.
Yeah, probably. All right, so top 5 favorites. Oh, was that your challenge? Not for me to not link it to the box office, or was there an additional part?
There was.
Yeah.
And it was out of my mind right now.
Yeah, rightly so.
Because we just made a joke, and that took
that's an eraser.
That took the rest of my memory.
That's a mental eraser right there.
Yeah. So it had to be. Keep talking. I'm thinking.
That's why I always used to tell jokes when I would get in trouble in school, because I feel like if I could tell a joke, teacher would be like, "Penn, I need to talk to you for a minute." And I'd come into the office and I'd be like, "Hey, listen, did you hear the Pope was golfing last week with Tiger Woods?"
And they'd be like, "What?"
And they'd be like, "Wait, what?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, you didn't hear about this? The Pope was golfing Tiger Woods.
I'll see you next time.
You know, the water chop." And then we'd be laughing. And I'd be, "Hey, anyway, teach, what's on your mind?" They'd be like, "I forget. Why don't you go back to school? Go back to class."
All right, I'm trying to think of what it was.
So top 5, you'll remember it.
Yeah.
Top 5 Marvel movies, our favorite movies. Mm-hmm. I can think two of them jump to my mind.
I do remember.
All right, what was it?
No extras.
What's that?
Because what happens when we do these lists is to say top 5 or top 10, and Penn doesn't want to exclude any, so he comes with his top 20, and he'll be like,
"That's true.
Honorable mentions 20 through 10."
Right. That's my patent move.
Oh wait, I'll move this one up.
That's my trademark move. Yeah, that's the other thing I like to do is move. These are my top 5, no matter what.
Plus
and
these
then,
other 10.
And then as soon as you start talking, I'm like, "Oh, well, I forgot to tell you these other 10." And then you keep talking, and then I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to move this one up."
Exactly.
You're right.
Definitive 5.
Definitive. Wow. That's. I'm not sure I'm up for that. I'm totally up for that. I'm up for anything.
You can do it. We got
this
a lot.
Is great. Top 5.
Some for you to think about while you're watching those Fantastic Four movies.
Oh wow. What if one of those jumps on my list?
I doubt it, but we'll see.
Does it have to be one you saw in the theater?
No, but you have to have seen it.
I've just seen it.
Yeah.
So you're going to take all those Marvel movies, and you think I'm going to grab one that I haven't seen?
Yes.
And be like, "That's my number 2.
Yeah. I really liked Madam Web. It did a lot of money at the theater. I mean, I liked it because it was good.
It had a really cool poster.
Yeah.
That's my move right there. Okay, so live show.
Yeah.
Saturday, July 19th at high noon.
At high noon.
And he's going to play that, and it's going to go on like forever.
Yeah.
And
it's high noon.
It only goes on forever.
You got this to look forward to.
Yeah.
Gibble's gonna love this.
I can't.
Can we find a longer version for him?
I mean, sure.
We're gonna start making custom Pensino podcast shows
Just for Mr.
We're gonna
Devil.
use AI to fluff it out like an extra, make it like an extra hour.
Yeah.
He's not the only one that can use AI.
Yeah, he thinks he is,
Yeah,
but he's
he
not.
thinks he's the first one that ever invented ChatGPT. Okay, so hopefully we're gonna get Spencer on the show.
Yeah.
We're also gonna review the Fantastic Four franchise, and we're also going to bring our top five top five Marvel movies. And I think we should give away some tickets to opening night of Fantastic Four.
Perfect.
Wouldn't that make sense?
Yeah.
And I'll bet you we have like a popcorn tub we could give away.
Ooh.
Now that's worth real cash.
Pretty sweet.
But it's not going to be one of those $80
Not
ones.
the Galactus one.
Yeah. I got the Galacticus one out over the weekend. We had some friends from Connective were in watching Superman, and we were in the lobby talking, making conversation, and that topic came up, and I was like, I got it in the manager's office. I brought it out, and everybody's heads were just exploding.
It's insane.
Yeah.
But
And
the thing is, no one's going to see it because they're going to be sold out before the opening night.
Right. And the other thing that's interesting is it holds a ton of popcorn.
Yeah.
I don't know how many ounces it holds, but a lot. And Mark was saying he's going to fill it up with popcorn.
You know what you should offer? Because there's only 12 of them, right?
Oh, a group picture.
Do you have a trash bag you can put in there first, and then put the popcorn in?
I'm not overthinking that. What we have done in the past is we have offered to people that they can get their popcorn in a tub instead of in the souvenir tub.
Right.
Which I think is unnecessary. That's what do you call it? Unreasonable hospitality. That's over the top good customer service.
It's more like hostile brutality.
Okay, and then so that's exciting. We got a plan for the live show. We're psyched.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna scoot Boogie down to Alex and Carrie's wedding.
Finally.
My God, this is
thought
so
they'd
exciting.
never get married.
I know. David, you joke, but these are kids. The groom's parents are some of our best friends, and we've known these kids literally since elementary school.
Whoa.
And they've been dating since middle school.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is an exciting weekend
time
for us.
coming.
Yeah. All right, so that's Saturday, July 19th. The only bit of news we have is not really news, but I just thought it was worth mentioning.
Yeah.
When they started tracking Superman, they were saying this could be a really big movie. This could be $80 or $90 million opening. And then as we got closer, they started saying this could be a $100 million weekend for Superman. And the last projection was a $115 million weekend for Superman. Superman is now closing in on a $122 million weekend.
I'll tell you what, I got here at 4:30 on a Sunday afternoon, and the parking lot is slammed.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, is this a Friday night? Holy
Right.
smokes.
Parking lot's packed, the bars hopping,
Nice.
food's slinging like crazy. You know what we're finding out in the food?
What's that?
Podcast at pencinema.com if you care to get in on this conversation. The fried food is what's selling. People don't want to, don't get me wrong, we're still selling the flatbreads. But the mozzarella sticks, the fried chicken sandwich, the french fries, those are going out the door as fast as we can make them.
Because they're not as messy?
Let me tell you something groundbreaking shit right here.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
You ready?
whoa.
You ready? You might want to sit down for this. People like fried food.
That. What?
What?
Since when?
Crazy.
Since when?
Oh my God. All right. So anyway, that's our only news is that Superman, which I guess the reason why I felt like that was actual news is because this, unlike our conversation about what was kicking off the next chapter of the MCU, this is clearly James Gunn's first step forward with the DCU.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Do you say DCU?
It's called the DCU now. The DCEU was the old one.
Didn't I just say DCU?
You may have. I may have misheard you.
Okay, so this is, but regardless of whatever I said, this is James Gunn's first step forward. So it's a big deal that it nails 120 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
Along that line, so we'll get back to a our live show, whatever. It's become a thing. When we do our live show, it's at high noon.
Yeah.
Right? I realized this week we don't have a name for our listeners. A lot of shows, they like the Seth Meyers and Lonely Island podcast, they call their listeners Quades, We don't have a name.
Yeah. Somebody should resolve that.
And I thought, What about the High Nooners?
The High Nooners. Huh?
Yeah. Podcast at pencinema.com if you think of an in-joke name for you, the listener. I mean, the High Nooners works, but we don't always release our show at noon, so...
We had one listener write in this week and refer to a Whack Pack reunion.
Oh. But that's not an inside joke, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. Anyway, food for thought.
All right, food for thought. And podcast at pencinema.com if you would like to take a shot at naming our beloved audience.
Our beloved audience. Do we even need to do news alert for that?
I mean, I would like to.
Okay,
yeah.
all right, cool. Oh, you have to get the dance in.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, coming out this week, we only got a couple trailers. And by a couple, that's more. We got a few trailers.
Right, we got a handful.
A couple is two.
Yeah.
A few is three.
A few is three or more. Yeah.
Yeah. Start off with SpongeBob Search for the SquarePants. This is a teaser put out for a movie that is part of the SpongeBob series of movies that looks like the other ones, which isn't a bad thing. I think they found their niche and they're going for it.
Yeah.
Some jokes landed for me. Did some of them land for you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'm a SpongeBob fan in general, so I'm kind of primed to chuckle at the jokes.
I mean, I chuckled when he shot a brick.
I chuckled.
Oh, that's my brick.
My best laugh was when I forget the other guy, Squidward. Squidward was falling, and Gary the snail. You could see his little feet hurrying, but he wasn't moving like at all. And then he got landed on. That was good stuff.
Yeah, classic.
Good, clean fun.
Yeah, I think this will be a big hit with the kiddos.
Yeah. Oh shoot, I don't. Yeah, David, that's my trailer of the week right there.
That's my trailer of the week.
I mean, it's got to be.
Yeah.
Although the next up we'll talk about together, trailer number 2. This is not my trailer of the week, but we'll give it bonus points for being a creative trailer.
Yeah. Yeah.
It gets honorable mention.
This is, there's not much to it. It's just pictures of the couple together. The premise of Together is a couple, like, literally starts to merge together.
Physically.
And you just have a lot of pictures of them, like, doing couple-y things, and then every now and then there's a picture of, like, something horrific happening, of them, like, oozing together or something.
Ugh. Their eyeballs, like, merging.
Yeah, kissing,
gross.
and their lips are, like, fusing together.
Yeah. No.
This movie's going to be gross.
Is this going to be as gross as The Substance? I think it is.
I think it is.
Yeah.
And then we have a movie that the internet's going crazy for.
Really?
And
like in a good way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess there's a lot of anticipation for this to become a thing. It's Red Sonja. And this is one of those movies that they've been talking about how it was going to be a movie for years. But watching this trailer, the only thing missing from depicting it as looking like horrible was having the lead role being Mila Jovovich. I mean, it looked along the lines of those C-level films.
Not even B level.
Yeah, not even B level.
You're saying C.
Yeah. Maybe it's just, I don't get Red Sonja. Like, I've never gotten Red Sonja. Every time I've seen anything, I look at it and just think, is this just porn? Like,
I got Red Sonja once, but then the doctor gave me cream for it, and it cleared up in a couple days. It wasn't too bad.
No, but you look at it comes from that era of like, remember the heavy metal stuff?
Yeah. Oh no, I think you're spot on.
Yeah,
this is just Yeah,
and I think they're not trying to make porn out of this, but it just
it's
I don't.
It's a weird little movie. And we'll probably play it because it's opening in August when, like, for example, right now we need Superman on at least 4 screens. Jurassic World still needs to be on 2 or 3 screens. F1 is on 1+ screens. All the kids' movies have screens. But by the time you get to the middle of August, Superman's going to probably be on 2 screens. Jurassic F1 and How to Train Your Dragon will all be on 1 screen.
Jurassic 4 will be around.
Fantastic Four will probably still be. Yeah, actually, let me correct that. Superman will probably be on 1+, and Fantastic Four will be on 2. By the time you get to August.
Yeah, I saw something recently that said Downton Abbey was only 2 months away, which got me excited because I didn't even realize how close September was. I'm not excited for Downton Abbey, I'm excited for the fact that means we're that much closer to this heat being gone.
Yeah, September. They're having September this year, right after August.
This year?
Yeah. They decided they're going to try that.
That makes a lot of sense.
They've been doing it for a while now, and I think they feel like they're going to be pretty committed.
Because usually I look at August as being 3 months long.
Yeah, right. I hear you.
Yeah.
It is hot as hell out. This is totally uncalled for.
I'm not prepared.
Yeah.
For this.
No. You and I, we're not built for this kind
in
of
42 years, you would have thought I would have known it was coming, but it catches me by surprise every time.
Did I ever tell you a story about the little kindergartner that Amy was working with one time? And she said something to him about, like, it was like November or something. She said, "Are you excited for Christmas?" And he looked at her with big, wide eyes, and he goes, "We're having Christmas again? We just had it last year." He's like, "We've had it every year for a while now."
That's me with summer. But
That's
in
you
the
with summer.
downside.
But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so our trailer of the week, the SpongeBob movie search. Here, the only thing I would say about this trailer, I wish the subtitle was "Searching for SquarePants" instead of "Search."
Yeah. Or searching for the SquarePants, like search for Spock.
I was thinking of like searching for Sugar Man. Remember that documentary about the blues guitar player?
I don't.
Oh, it's so good.
Did they find him?
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a philosophical, rhetorical question, like searching for who is David Moulton.
I'm right here, buddy.
Being John Malkovich.
John Malkovich.
I am's who I am's.
Yeah. All right. That's all the trailers this week, eh? That is the old one. I apologize. Don't take it out on me. I forgot. I did the wrong thing. So good.
So good.
So
Breathing,
relaxing.
exhaling, I am the breath. Okay, this week we're reviewing Superman, as previously alluded to. By the way, you know what we didn't do? I tried to slip it in there and start a new tradition.
What's that?
But we named this episode.
I saw that.
This has nothing to do with Superman, but the name of this episode, episode number 306, is "Salami is good, but bologna is forever."
Inside the inside of the jokes.
Okay, so this week we are reviewing Superman, which is the new, the first James Gunn movie in his new role at DC Comics, and it stars, as we alluded to last week, David Corn Sweat.
Corn Sweat.
Corn Sweat.
Yeah, I was calling Corn Sweat, which I know is wrong. It's Corn.
Corn. And co-stars
Rachel Brosnan.
Rachel Brosnan from Mrs. Maisel as Lois Lane. It also co-starred the kid who played Jimmy Olsen.
Mm-hmm.
He was from a lot of different movies.
Mm-hmm.
But this was his first. He's always like a teenager in the other movies. He's always like a kid.
And now he's an adult.
Now he's like a full-ass man. And I thought his character, I thought he did great.
Yeah, full ass man.
I thought the supporting cast in this movie, including George Clooney. No, not George Clooney.
Nathan Fillion.
No, Nathan Fillion, of course, was great. But who played Superman's dad? It was Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper was great in this. He had a little cameo as Superman's biological father. I thought it was great.
Super tiny role.
Yeah, a super tiny role. But, it's just... I think that's the mark of a great director like James Gunn. Like, he can pick up the phone and reach out to whoever he wants and be like, "Hey, can you come spend a couple days?"
That was Bradley Cooper?
That was Bradley Cooper.
I didn't even recognize him.
I leaned over to Amy and I said, "Is that Bradley Cooper?" And she said, "Yeah." And then I confirmed it on the interweb.
The interweb?
Yeah.
You can't just drive a truck through it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so let's discuss Superman. What did we think of Superman? I thought this movie was fantastic. I'm curious to see how the rose-tinted glasses, how long they stay on. I think this movie does so many things right, but I do feel it has some faults.
I do too.
In it, and I think those faults are mostly because James Gunn doesn't want to do any origin stories. And while I applaud that, I think it works in a lot of ways. In some ways, you do feel a little lost when you're just pushed into the pool. Like,
David, do you want to talk about it? Were you pushed into a swimming pool as a kid and saved by Superman?
I was saved by Superman.
Yeah.
And that's what it, but it's like, I know who Mr. Terrific is. I know who the second Hawk Girl is.
Yeah.
I know who Guy Gardner is.
Right.
Do you know who any of those people
No, I don't
are?
know who any of those people
Do you
are.
have any idea what their powers are?
No, none. I mean, I saw Superman, so I have an idea.
Right. Yeah. And I think it's kind of like, I think they did really well that you didn't necessarily need that, but it does leave you a little lost in some ways.
Yeah.
But that's and they established that this is a world that has had superheroes for 30 years.
Right.
And Superman has been around for 3 of them.
I loved that opening sequence with all the writing.
Yeah.
It really like set the stage and told everybody, okay, here's the world we're living in. Here's the world we're taking you to.
I also love that a lot of the stuff that we saw in the trailers was at the beginning of the movie.
Yep.
And so I didn't feel super spoiled. And not only that, but it kept that same momentum throughout the film.
Yeah.
This is a big change from what DC has done in the past. It is a bright, colorful, wacky, unapologetically wacky comic universe. And I mean,
Amen.
Yeah, and it in the way that we haven't seen, I'll argue, since Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, and that the world is allowed to be goofy and real, but more goofy. Like, Metropolis needs to be evacuated and everyone leaves, and it's not this like mass hysteria, people killing each other on the way out.
Now
like,
the city's just empty.
Yeah, and the people are kind of used to it, kind of a thing,
Right.
almost.
Right.
They're not super over panic, and they're panicking, but not super over panic. And I think that worked really well. What do you think?
I enjoyed this movie, and I am confident in telling my friends, you got to go see Superman.
Yeah.
Like, you need to go see this movie. This movie's great. Here's my problem with it. My one little problem.
Okay.
In the very first scene, literally the first thing we see happen is Superman falls to the earth and he's beat up. And he literally gets drugged to a secret cave by his dog to lick his wounds, and the robots bring him back to life, and he heals up and he goes back and fights again. And he seems to me to get his ass kicked again. And then there's some more back and forth and some plot, and then he gets his ass kicked again. And then there's some more plot and back and forth, and he gets his ass kicked again and handcuffed and locked up in this prison.
Right.
Now, he does not escape the prison. He does not do anything heroic or wonderful to escape the prison. The guy with the kryptonite, Mr. Element, or Mr. Elemental, he takes pity on him because he sees that he's a good guy, and he sees how bad Lex Luthor is when he shoots that guy dead, and basically the kryptonite guy lets him out.
Right.
Okay, so then he gets out, and he goes to fight some other battle and gets his ass kicked again. And what I kept waiting for the whole movie was, when are we going to cue the exciting score, the exciting thematic music, and Superman's going to find his mojo and do some ass kicking. You know what I mean? Because in the end, unless you want to correct me if I'm wrong, he never did win a battle ever, a fight. Now, he was smart and outwitted at the end, Lex Luthor, and with the help of his dog and his Mr. Terrific and those guys, he vanquished the guy into a black hole or something like that. But he never beat any of the bad guys. Like, he was never the hero that I wanted him to be in terms of finding his mojo, getting his legs under him, and turning it around and kicking ass.
Mm. The whole point of this movie is, up until this point, he's never been beaten.
Right.
And that this is the story of him being beaten.
Okay.
And the reason that he's being beaten is because it's a clone of him that's stronger.
Oh, right.
So, that's the only thing that could
right.
really beat him. Or if you have kryptonite, which is what they do once they...
Yeah, put him in jail.
Put him in jail. But I also think part of your problem is one of the reasons that I love this movie.
Oh.
Is because with most superhero
yeah.
movies, right? The hero, the fantasy is...
I hear you.
What if I had powers? What if I was like this guy?
Right.
Wouldn't it be cool to be this guy? Like, what would I do in this situation, right? Like, I would be super awesome to be this, But that's not Superman. So the fantasy of Superman is, what if someone with power was just good?
Right.
You know, not nothing more. Like, what if they were just good? That's why Superman's called a Boy Scout.
Yeah.
All the time. And it's not, what if I was Superman?
Yeah.
That's if you want to be somebody else. You can be Batman or whoever. You're not supposed to be Superman. Superman is supposed to inspire you to be better.
To be you.
To be you.
A better version of yourself.
Yeah. And I think that this movie did prime example of that. Superman, he still acts what he refers to as, you know, what makes him human. But it's how he responds to those emotions and those things that make him Superman. He's a Superman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in character more than just what he can do. So in that, I think because of all these challenges of getting beaten down and getting back up, shows more of who Superman is rather than having Superman struggling to get more powerful and then beating the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, yeah. That's an excellent point.
So
I'll tell you, the biggest sign that I love this movie, and I'm curious if you felt the same way, I suspect you do, is when this movie was over, I thought to myself, I can't wait to see more of this.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I can't wait for a sequel, or as you alluded to last week, you said that Superman's going to appear in some of the other DC movies.
Sure.
Maybe not as a Superman movie, but as a character in another.
I bet we see him in the next one because the next one is Supergirl.
Oh, and did you see her cameo or her thing at the end credits?
It's not in the end credits, in the movie.
Oh, that was in the movie?
It's in the movie.
Oh, right towards the end. Yeah.
I was talking with Denise Jason, and he was like, I felt like that should have been
a stinger.
A stinger. And I said, I like that it wasn't.
Yeah.
Because it would have been too predictable, baity, like,
yeah.
Oh, okay, they're just building it up.
Yeah.
And instead of, they just put it in the movie
yeah.
where it felt like part of the movie, explaining why.
Where it made perfect sense.
Yeah, why the dog was misbehaved and everything. Because it's not his dog.
Right.
It's her dog.
Right.
And she's a party girl and just.
And I love at the beginning of the movie when he's like, "This is not even my real dog, and it's not even a very good dog." Like, yeah. I thought the whole dog plot was great.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that was a great setup for the next one. And of course, I'm sure they'll do stuff with the.
When is Supergirl?
Justice Gang. Well, it's in post production now, so I think it's early next year.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was a great set. And I liked both of the post-credit scenes. I thought that they were exactly what a post-credit scene should be if it's not going to build up to something new.
Can you remind me what they were?
Well, the first one was Superman on the moon with a dog.
Okay.
Just watching over. And that was just, that was out, you know, the big credits at the beginning of the credits.
Yeah.
That was just separating that and the normal credits. And I thought that was a good, cool picture of him and he's literally just like holding the dog and like on the moon. And then the last one at the end of the credits was him and Mr. Terrific looking at a building that had gone back together, but they're just off a little bit. And Superman's like, seems a little, seems like it's just off just a little. And Mr. Fantastic's like, you want me to pull it apart, put it back together? And like, he just freaks out.
I had a little post-traumatic stress, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that felt this way. When they started talking about ripping together a fabric to another dimension and, you know, a different time and space, I was like, oh my God, do not start falling into parallel universes.
Right.
Like, do not start that shit, because Marvel milked that concept
milking it,
too much.
I mean, like, you'll get ready because the Fantastic Four's
to death.
At the end of that, they're going to switch universes.
Oh God.
They showed that in Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, Superman, starring David Corn Sweat.
Yeah.
And Rachel Brosnahan and Nathan Fillion and Bradley Cooper. And did you see the little Easter egg? Did you see who played the TV reporter?
No.
Christopher Reeve's son.
Oh.
I believe his name's Bill Reeves, maybe.
I think this Superman is the best Reeves-like Superman we've had.
Could be, yeah.
Now, I mean, the other ones have looked more like him, but this is the best, like, goody guy.
Yeah.
Superman.
No, I loved it. And I loved the interaction with him and Lois Lane was perfect.
Yeah.
So good.
And even you see the line in the trailer where, he's just about this battle. They're like, stop fooling around. He's like, I'm doing important stuff down here.
Yeah, no, that was perfect. In fact, if I could improve the movie, it would be adding more of that stuff.
Right.
That was a great line. It was delivered perfectly. It was written well. Yeah. So I'm going to say Superman.
One more. I like that he doesn't feel the need to be involved in everything.
Right.
And there's a scene where he's just like talking to Lois, and they're fighting a big battle outside of his window. And she's like, "Aren't you going to help him?" He's like, "They got it covered.
They got it."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. And it was funny because at the beginning of that scene, I saw that orb floating like out through the window, and I thought to myself, "What the hell is that? Is that supposed to be just like a normal thing in Metropolis?" And when you saw them evacuating, did you see the sign, right lane to Gotham City?
Oh no, I missed that.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so it is establishing this is a world where this kind of stuff happens all the time.
Yeah, and by the way, if you want to go see Batman, he's a couple cities over.
Yeah.
Take a left.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, best movie I've ever seen.
Best movie I've ever seen.
Yeah. All right, next week again, we're doing retrospective on Fantastic Four live at Complete in Box at high noon.
High noon.
All right, listener feedback, questions, comments, so forth, and so on. Let's start this week off with one of our favorites.
It's the final countdown. The final countdown.
We should be in a band.
More cowbell. More cowbell.
The only thing that could save it is more cowbell.
All right. Top 10 Sarah writes in and says, here's what last week, David, you and I spoke about. We made a really funny joke.
It was maybe one of our best.
One of our best of all time.
Yeah.
That nobody else in the world thought of this joke.
Right.
And we said the sequel to F1 would be called F2.
Yeah.
And we laughed.
And we thought, and then Sarah entitled her email FU2.
FU2. Which I'm sure means follow-up to.
Yeah.
Right? Not
right. Nothing.
What?
It couldn't possibly mean anything else.
Come on.
Yeah, seriously.
Not our Sarah. Top 10 Sarah writes in and says, here's my thought on your F2 sequel. This actually works on a few levels. Formula 2 is the next step down from Formula 1. So as dumb as F1 is a title for a movie, F2 is just as dumb, so it might even be good. Here's my rough plot for F2 the movie. A struggling F2 driver, who might even be a young woman, is looking for an edge to get her into F1.
Oh.
She may or may not have lost her motivation or had a really bad accident, but in looking for a mentor, trainer, strategist, she hunts down Sonny Hayes and a lot of sports later. She re-enters the sport and kicks some ass. Of course, there will be unconventional training in other rides other than F1, like motorcycles, rally, Porsche series, that give her the edge physically, mentally, and emotionally. Lastly, on one of my F1 podcasts, they had Brad Pitt on promoting the movie. They had Brad Pitt on, promoting the movie. The last question the host asked was, do you want to do a sequel? To which Brad Pitt replied, fuck yeah.
That's right.
That's awesome. David and I are officially on board for an F1 sequel.
Yeah.
Do you still have F1 in your placeholder for best movie of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Superman was great, but somehow I'm just reluctant to give a superhero movie top.
No, I totally agree. It's a superhero movie is going to have to really blow my socks off.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Next up, we have someone we haven't heard from in a while, but we're always excited.
A Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah. Break it down, Pen. Maybe we should just play this against the DJs outside next week.
Well, this is EDM.
Yeah, exactly. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I like how you have no concept of timing for your sound intros. Like they go on for a month and a half.
They're like 30 seconds.
They're like 30 seconds.
Just
I'm doing important
just
stuff.
Come on, I'm doing important television here. All right, Frodo writes in a bunch of stuff, but let's just TLDR it. She said, the word we were looking for was polyamory last week.
Wait, when were we talking about this?
There was something we were...
It was the trailer for Splitsville. We had two couples.
Oh, yeah. That's the word we're looking... Yeah, because sharing, yeah. And then we were talking about the new movie coming out called Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary.
And I said that Andy Weir wrote another book that I had read called Artemis Fowl.
Are we saying that Andy Weir wrote
Project Hail Mary.
You did, okay.
And then I also said he wrote a book called Artemis Fowl.
But that's not true.
And she corrects us and she says, Eon Colfer wrote Artemis Fowl. David, Andy Weir did not write Artemis Fowl. And I would otherwise not care to correct this because I'm sure you misspoke and meant Artemis, which is what I did mean. But I love Artemis Fowl books, which were written by Eowyn, I'm probably saying it, E-I-O-I-N.
Oh, I can help you with that. It's pronounced
No. Colfer. It's a shame that they were never made into movies, much like Avatar: The Last Airbender. I have heard of Artemis Fowl, and that's probably why I just mixed it up. But I'm not super
Colfer
familiar
is one of my favorite authors.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they going to write the next F2 movie?
Right, the FU too.
FU2.
She also corrected us. The word we were using the word polygamy.
Polygamy.
And the word we were looking for, because the situation we were describing does not include marriage. She said the word we were looking for was polyamory. Polyamory. Yeah. And then she also, in fairness, I just want to make our listeners jealous. She also sent us in the body of the email would you call it a Zen diagram? A Venn diagram?
A Venn diagram.
Not Zen. A Zen-Venn diagram.
I did Zen out to it.
Yeah. And it documented all the different types of relationships, because there's polygamy, polyamory, and then you can have one within the other, and have other within the one. It was really an as always. It was too long to read word for word on the show.
But we read it.
But we both read it, and it was fascinating. Yeah. Really, really interesting stuff. That's the thing with Frodo. You're going to get some good material from her. Yeah. She is someone, she does not gloss over and just send you stupid shit. She does not just put stuff in AI to generate like a 4-page email for no fluffy reason.
Right. Or send you a 1-sentence review.
No, this is a person who puts pen to paper and writes us.
Yeah. I would be surprised if she handwrites it beforehand.
Yeah. I wouldn't
make sure.
Our mailing address, by the way, is 541 Airport Road, Lidditz, Pennsylvania, 17543. If anyone ever wants to mail us, we have gotten mail before.
Have we really?
Yeah, I've shared it with you. We got it. We got
okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next up, speaking of people who only write in short sentences.
We do the gobble gobble. We do the turkey wobble. We do the gobble gobble gobble.
Mystery Gobble writes in, and he hits us with AI, a bunch of AI, according to Penn.
I am 1,000% convinced that he wrote the paragraph that you're about to read, and then asked AI to generate an obnoxiously long rehashing of that to generate a 5-page email.
And then I have something at the end that I think that he probably wrote.
Okay, do you have it handy?
I do have it handy.
Okay.
So he says, he hits us with AI and says, "Oh, how could I possibly express my gratitude for that delightful week off after episode 304? Truly, it was a gift that kept on giving. With the monumental task of not listening to the show lifted off my shoulders, I suddenly found myself with a luxurious 60-minute extra minutes during my commute to indulge in, well, anything else. What a revelation. But of course, I should have seen it coming. Episode 305, clocking in at a staggering 1 hour and 35 minutes, swooped in like a thief in the night, snatching away a good chunk of those precious, carefree moments I had so naively thought I'd gained. When will I ever learn? As the wise George W. Bush once said, fool me once, shame on you, fool me, you can't get fooled again. Ah, the irony. And then he goes on.
Wait, can we just pause on that? I want to comment on a couple of things.
Yes, please.
First of all, kudos to Scott for being the first person on the show to quote George W. Bush. We've had 306 episodes, and this is the first time anybody has ever quoted. I'm going to go out on a limb and say ever quoted any president.
I think it's hard to say that I didn't use the, ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Oh, yeah.
At least once.
Yeah, at least once or twice. All right, but anyway, so I wanted to make that comment. And then also, I feel like he misspoke just a tiny bit. We know what he meant.
Yeah.
But I want to stickle him for a minute. Because I'm a stickler, as you know.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stickle him. What he wrote was, with the monumental task of not listening to the show lifted from my shoulders. Not listening to the show is not a monumental task. Now, that would be like a big task for someone who actually likes the show.
Yeah.
Like Top 10 Sarah or Tony Baloney. If you told them you have to not listen to the show, they would say, wow, this is a monumental task.
Yeah.
But I think what he meant to say was, with the monumental task of listening to the show lifted from my shoulders.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I thought, this is before he had the AI kick in.
This is a stickle. All right, so finish us off.
So then he wanted to say, hey, look, a veteran listener, veteran listener feedback and higher standards. He says, I appreciate your feedback regarding the brevity of my previous response, and I would like to take this opportunity to elaborate extensively on the matter at hand. It seems like my earlier communication may have been lacked the depth and detail that you were seeking, which is certainly not my intention. In the realm of effective communication, it is often the case that individuals have varying preferences when it comes to the level of detail and elaboration they desire in response. Some may prefer succinctness, value the efficiency of a brief answer that gets straight to the point, while others may find greater satisfaction in a more comprehensive exploration of the topic, complete with nuanced explanations and supporting details. In light of this, I recognize that my previous attempt at addressing your inquiry may have leaned too heavily towards the concise end of the spectrum, thereby potentially leaving you with a sense of incompleteness or dissatisfaction. It is crucial to acknowledge that the richness of a decision often lies in the layers of information and context that can be provided, which serve to enhance understanding and foster a more engaging dialogue. Therefore, I would like to assure you that I am fully committed to providing a more thorough and expansive response that not only addresses your original question, but also delves into related aspects that may be of interest. This approach will allow us to explore the topic in greater detail, ensuring that all pertinent points are covered and that you have a well-rounded understanding of the subject matter. In conclusion, I sincerely apologize for any frustration my previous response may have caused, and I am eager to rectify this by offering a more detailed and comprehensive answer that meets your expectations. Thank you for your patience and understanding as we navigate this conversation together.
Wake me when it's over. All right, David, here's the thing.
Yeah.
I got $5.
Mm-hmm. He didn't write that.
I will bet $5 he didn't write that.
No.
If he wants to write on the show and argue that he did, we don't have to. I'll take him at his word. Mm-hmm. If he wants to write into the show, and tell us that he wrote that, I'll give him $5.
And do you know how we'll know it's true? Because he'll say something like the monumental task of not listening to the podcast.
Anyway, we did both get a good kick out of that lengthy, verbose.
Yeah, and then, trust us, there was like pages that we left out. Yeah.
All right. This week we got a good one in from one of our favorites, Tony Baloney. After whom we named this episode "Salami is Good, but Baloney is Forever." Tony has a history of some of the best. I mean, he's in the Hall of Fame.
He is a Hall of Fame.
He's in there with Sarah and Frodo, and so Tony writes in and says, "So there I was, sitting there minding my own business, sitting there." And I get an invite to see F1 with Top 10 Sarah and one David Moulton. Well, duh. I was so happy to go. Kind of like a whack pack reunion of sorts of podcast people, and we had a blast. First off, the food was top shelf, off the hook. I stuffed my fat belly with mozzarella sticks, and Sarah gave me a slice of the chorizo flatbread, which was banging. As if all of that was not incredible enough, then I go and get to see the movie F1, totally awesome, and I will say if I rewatch a movie, to me, that is the benchmark of greatness. I even love the soundtrack, which is rare. The last time I loved a soundtrack this much was Top Gun and The Lost Boys. Sidebar, The Lost Boys, huh?
Interesting.
I'm going to have to check that out myself.
You like The Lost Boys?
No, I don't know. Well, like when people have, usually when you have conversations about best soundtracks, you know most of the movies that people mention.
Yeah.
I never thought of Lost Boys as, like, I'll have to go look that up. Anyway, Baloney goes on to say, the acting was awesome and the use of actual F1 drivers in the show was fun. While listening to the podcast, I was waiting for Penn to mention the one part where the guy said he was ready to race and that he had binge-watched Drive to Survive. Yeah, I caught that. That was funny. Mrs. Baloney and I also watched Jurassic Park. That was not nearly the movie F1. Visually, it was... I'm sorry, I butchered that. Jurassic Park was not nearly the movie that F1 was. Visually, Jurassic Park was a lot of fun to watch. We both found the acting kind of lackluster, which you and I made the same comment last week. It just felt like dino chase people run, boats explode, repeat. Glad we saw it as it was a pizza movie with no fancy toppings, but not the Elio's crap. That's the pizza I was trying to remember. He said it was a pizza movie with no fancy toppings, but not the Elio's crap microwave pizza. F1 was like the chorizo flatbread, triple exclamation points. That's dope. That's, yeah, okay.
There you go.
Then, as always, you can count on Tony for a good sign-off.
Mm-hmm.
Here's his sign-off this week. Salami is good, but bologna is forever. Tony Baloney.
Love it. Love it. Look, if you want to be like these great people, the best way to do that is go ahead and email us podcast@pencinema.com.
We got a spot left in the Hall of Fame, right? I think we have that last spot along
There's
the
at least
left
one
wall.
more.
Yeah.
It's on the hallway right before the stairs.
Right next to the bathroom.
Right, yeah.
Right above the urinal. Wait a minute. What? No, David.
Come on.
That's not right.
Come on. Ever since we were down there looking at the Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
I've been wondering in the back of my mind,
Yeah.
Penn, what's up with you?
You got to commit. You got to commit to that closing note. Little sunrise dance.
There's a lot that goes to it.
Yeah.
I can't wait for next week at High Noon at Complete Box when people get to see your
moves.
emotions.
See, a lot of people think that we're making that up because we joke about stuff.
No, well, first off, how dare you?
Right.
Right.
First of all.
Secondly.
What have I been up to? Well, we're still digging the Tour de France.
How long is this thing?
23 days. It's a 23-day race with 2 rest days. So 21 stages.
Those guys on those rest days, like, how good is that? Like,
oh my God, right?
I mean, like, how hard must it be to go out the day after a rest day?
Oh my God.
Because that's not nearly enough time.
Right. No, you are absolutely correct. It is literally an insane feat. It's an insane feat just to finish the race. Just to obviously it's not like the races that I race where any idiot can just sign up and show up and, oh, I did it, I finished, like these are real, like, high-end professionals. And one of the reasons why they are the highest end professionals in the world is because it's 21 days of racing.
Crazy.
And it's really hard. It's not like, oh, let's just ride our bike. It's incredibly hard. So we've been enjoying that. We also helped Marley Bear move into her new apartment in Philly. Congratulations, Marley. And Amy and I watched About Time. Do you remember that movie? Rachel McAdams and that tall redhead, and Bill Nighy plays the
time traveling.
Yeah, he can time travel, but there's some pretty strict limitations on where he can time travel to and stuff like that. I thought it was a beautiful movie. It hit Amy a little too heavy. She said it was a little heavy for her, but
really, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's I highly recommend it. It's I guess you would call it a romantic comedy, but I would say it's a romantic comedy that has heart. And basically it's one of those movies that, like, the lesson is live every day like to its fullest. Right. So basically like the Penn Cinema
your
podcast.
Main motto. Yeah. I got it.
David, but anyway, what's with you?
Let me tell you what's with me. I've been floundering this week.
Stop it.
I know, because I finished Demon Slayer.
Oof.
Right?
That leaves a hole in your life.
And I was like, oh, shoot. But then I found out that, like, in a week or two, the new movie comes out. I don't know when it's going to be here.
Can't wait.
I assume it will be eventually.
Absolutely.
And they're doing the final season in movies, which sounds good.
Yeah.
It's 2 hours of my time every couple months.
On board. Wait,
so
are you going to
like,
make us watch one of those for?
No. Well, we watched the other one.
Yeah, I know, but I'd like to.
Oh, you didn't like it? You didn't like it?
I don't want to watch the whole freaking.
What if we
series?
watched like 6 of them?
David's going to be like, we're going to watch one every month.
No, I don't know how frequent they come out once they're out, but anyway, I'm kind of struggling for something to watch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, I've got, even with being on the loaf.
Yeah, you're like a lost sailor.
Yeah, I still don't know what. It's too much.
Been way too long at sea.
And I know that next week Star Trek starts up.
Shorelight's calling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shore leave?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I've been dipping in, and I dipped into the Bear.
Yeah.
I don't think it's for me.
Hey, there's a price for being free right there, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Have you dipped into the Bear?
I did, and I did not like it. I felt like it was overacting.
Yes.
And like, oh, okay, I get it. Everybody's stressful and everything's really fast paced.
And I don't get the point.
Right.
Like, other than to make you stressed out.
Yeah. And I said that to Marley or somebody who is really enjoying the show, and they both, or I've heard this from a couple different places. They told me stick with it, like get through the first couple episodes, and then it turns in like it improves. So
I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe
I didn't like the first. It was too much arguing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't like. It's not relaxing to me.
Yeah. Right.
And I don't.
That's
Yeah. So I tried a couple other things, but the thing that seems to maybe have stuck as a very background type thing, ER. I've never watched ER. I mean, of course, I was watching it when it was on TV.
Were you?
Not religiously, but
You know who was watching it religiously?
You?
Me and Amy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we were huge fans.
So I'm only a few episodes into the first season, obviously. And there are a couple things. I didn't realize that Noah Weil was like there from day one.
Yeah.
And Dr. Green, I didn't realize he was the kind of main character. Because in my experience of ER, which is mostly the seasons with the lady with the crutches, was when she was in charge.
Yeah.
Like that's
the redhead.
Yeah. It was such an ensemble thing.
Right.
That nobody stuck out to me as the lead. But it was very clear the guy who plays Dr. Green. And I do think it's funny that of all these people that started their career on the show, so many of the people that were mainstays of it, I don't know what their names are.
Yeah.
Like the guy who plays Dr. Green. Of course, you've got young George Clooney,
got
William H.
young-
Macy.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Some amazing actors
Yeah.
just popping up. So I don't know. I thought it's just so dated that it almost takes you out of it a little bit.
Right.
Because it's so different from back then, of course, it was normal. But at one point I was like, what's that noise? And I was like, oh, typewriters.
You know what I think, and I hope my memory's not taking me down a wrong road, but I think this was on the same night as like Seinfeld and Friends.
Yeah.
And I think you would watch Friends and Seinfeld, and I feel like there was something else, and then ER.
It was Thursday. It was the Thursday night lineup. It
Yeah,
was like
must-see
you watched the
TV.
comedies,
Yep.
and then ER.
Yeah.
ER started.
That was the life.
And I remember staying up. Like sometimes I could stay up for ER.
Yeah. Amy and I watched it. We were away at college in those days.
Wow. Yeah. No, I mean it was on forever though.
Yeah.
Like I didn't
Yeah.
realize it ended only in like 2015 or something.
Oh, really?
2009 or 2015 or something like that. It went on forever.
That's crazy.
Like close enough to be like, oh wow, I cannot believe. Like I'm kind of excited to see how the set changes to keep with the times.
How did George Clooney manage all those episodes on top of like Ocean's 11 and all those big movies? I mean,
He might have been off of it by then.
Or you think he was off of it by then?
Yeah. I don't know how long Noah Weil stayed.
Dude, he was off of it like, I'm making a joke. He was off of it like 2 or 3 years into it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know.
As soon as he started getting movies, he was like, whoosh.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how it goes on and keeps its pace if I stick with it.
Yeah.
Because we are talking about a time when television was 22 episodes a season.
Yeah, I mean, you got
That
a
is
lot of TV ahead of
TV.
you. Although it's free, so you're in good shape.
Yeah, this might be, I mean, like I said, it'll probably be, it's one of those shows that can very well be a background type thing. So anyway, that's me. All right. Look, if you want to be a part of the show, the best way to do that is email us at podcast@pencinema.com. Second best way to do that is to show up at our live show next week at high noon at Complete in Box and Ephrata on July 19th.
And third best way is to mail us a letter.
A handwritten letter.
Yeah.
But if you want to support the show,
Right.
Penn, what would be the number one way to do that?
Send us a letter. That's the best way,
That
because
is yeah.
here's what's happening. I have a conversation every day. I wait out by the mailbox for the mail to come, and the post lady comes by, and she hands me the letters, and I say, Marie, any letters today for the podcast? And she says, no. And then, like, that's been going on for years.
First she says, my name's not Marie.
Right. And anyway, that's been going on for years. And then a few weeks ago, she started, like, pushing back. And she started being like, sweetheart, you're not getting any letters. Nobody's ever going to mail you anything. Quit asking. Quit hanging around. Shoo boy, shoo. That's what she said to me. She actually, that's a verbatim. That's a quote. Shoo boy, shoo is, and I don't think she was talking about my sneakers.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I feel like, but don't fret.
No.
I'm not giving
I
up.
wouldn't.
I'm still standing by the mailbox
Somebody's
every day
down
waiting
there
for
right
her. Yeah.
Again.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
541 Airport Road, Lidditz. And that's located right here in the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. What if we had what if we got a letter today from someone who's never written in? It'd be so sweet.
It would be.
And the other way you could help the show is help me out. I'm a little nervous about this Marvel task, about condensing it down to 5. So if you want to send an email, podcast@penncinema.com, and help me gather my thoughts.
Yeah.
On the
Penn's,
top
not your
5.
top 5, your suggestion for one of Penn's top 5.
Right.
And why he would love it.
Why
should love it.
You got to remind me why that was my favorite.
Yeah, why is this one?
I'm not going to give anything away, but I do have 2 titles. I'm going to have to think about which one's number 1 and number 2. But I have 2 titles in mind.
How many of the top 5 are going to be the 3 Marvel movies we're watching this week?
3 of them.
3 of them. Yeah, it makes sense. All right. Well, once again, for the Penn Cinema Podcast, I'm David Moulton.
I'm Penn Ketchum. Take care and party on.
Thanks for joining us this episode. Our hosts would love to hear from you. To contact the show with your thoughts and reviews, email podcast@penncinema.com. This podcast is a production of Penn Cinema. Escape to the movies at Penn Cinema, featuring crisp digital projection, killer sound, reserved seating, and premium power recliners. With locations in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, and Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Showtimes and tickets available at www.penncinema.com.